I can put you on, can play for my team. Girl, you got what I need.
Us always. Hey, look, we was doing good, now we doing better. This love I got for you too much, I can't measure. New cars, new crib, we look good together. It's us always, but I'm thinking us forever. Girl, you got what I need. Racing for your love, I'm going high speed. I can put you on, can play for my team. Once you get a taste, you tell me don't leave. After all this time and money that I spent with you, I was still gonna place the highest bid with you. Girl, you're perfect, I'ma have my first kid with you. If it's up, then it's stuck, I'ma live with you. Yeah, yeah.
Are you ready, Zayden? Are you ready for a food vlog? Yeah! We already got a head start. We made some homemade beans. You ate some frijoles, huh? Yeah. He's like looking at all the stuff. Alright guys, so I know it's been a long time coming, but we are hitting you guys today with a food vlog.
Cooking with us always is back in action.
I'm dead.
Cooking with us always.
That's years ago.
That was years ago. If you guys remember that, comment that down below. Before we do get into today's food vlog, welcome back to us always. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe down below. Turn on your post notifications that we get notified every time we post a new
Video.
Also too guys, I am wearing my bralette from Maria Stella Fashion. If you want to copy yours, go ahead and hit that link down below. Use code USALWAYS to save some money. So for today's food vlog guys, we are hitting you with the carne con papas. I know everybody might be making it different.
Everybody always has to say you're making it wrong.
Yes, everyone always has to say I'm making it wrong. I'm not doing it right. That's not what it's called.
This is what it's called to me on us.
I did post it on my Snapchat and I asked you guys if y'all wanted a food vlog, and a lot of you guys said yeah, so we're going to be hitting you guys with a new food vlog. Also, comment down below if you guys want Bo's meatloaf recipe.
Yeah.
And homemade mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes is good.
Zayden's like mesmerized. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and go down the ingredient list. We already made homemade beans this morning. We actually watched the movie Purple Heart, and it was just such a good freaking movie on Netflix. If y'all haven't watched it, make sure to watch it.
That's pretty
and
good.
We were all crying, but in between, throughout that whole movie, we were making beans. Went ahead and already have that put to the side. We have our Mexican rice already cooking, so now it's time to make the dish. For today's ingredient list, guys, first of all, you guys will need the main ingredient, which is carne. I like to kind of go for these. You will need about like 2 pounds, so I get like 2 packs. You will also be needing some oil. We like to use the good old-fashioned vegetable oil. You are going to be needing 3 red Roma tomatoes, 2 garlic cloves, and then we are going to be using 6 serranos just because we like our stuff on the spicier side. So 6 serrano chiles. If you guys don't like it spicy, just use like 2. If you like it medium, do like 4 or 5. You are also going to be needing potatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and use 3 potatoes. I might get another one because these are kind of little. And we did get a new bag of potatoes, so I'm gonna have to grab some. And then you are going to be needing a whole onion, but I already sliced it up because I needed onion for my rice. So we'll get that going right now. You will need some garlic salt. You can use regular salt. I love using garlic salt just because the sodium intake isn't as high as normal salt. And then you also will be needing consomme, chicken bouillon, and then some pepper. Who did it to my baby? Who did it?
That's it?
You wanna
That's
see
all the
her?
ingredients?
Yeah, that's all we are going to be needing right now, guys. Ooh, you have poo.
No, it looked like
It smells.
You do need a pillar for your potatoes.
Oh, you do need a pillar. Before we do, get to the cooking, we do have some prep time. So we are going to be washing our carne and dicing them up into little pieces, which I'll show you guys right now. We went ahead and grabbed ourselves a large pot. I did add some oil, so you're gonna go ahead and start heating that up. In the meantime, we are going to be cutting our meat.
Some carne asada. So first you gotta cut your man's meat up.
Yeah, but we need to wash it.
Yeah, you
I
always...
was not a fan of like washing meat, but I know that like people say
It's been proven you're not even supposed to wash it.
But I don't know. I still wash it.
You're actually putting
It's not salmonella because that's chicken.
I know, but regardless when you cook it, it cooks all the nasty bacteria anyways.
Yeah, it does.
Gives it
if you
flavor.
cook it at the right temperature.
It gives it extra flavor. So if your cutting board moves a lot, put a napkin.
supposed to restrict it. You know who taught me that?
Who?
Hiji. Oh, it's still moving.
It's supposed to be a little damp though.
We're gonna just cut it into little square pieces.
Little bite-sized
Little
nuggets.
bite-sized meat.
Some little nuggets there.
See, Zayden's happy place literally glued to one of our hips.
Yeah, you do, huh? You love it. You love it when they look at you, huh? You love when you get the attention, huh?
Alright guys, so I'm just gonna continue doing the process of cutting it into little bite-sized pieces like this. You're gonna basically just keep cutting all the meat. It kind of looks like a lot of meat.
I was gonna say the first pack looked like enough, huh?
Low key, but then when the meat cooks, it's gonna be all like small.
And then as a husband, you just see her hype your wife up, like, yeah, that's right, babe, cut that meat.
Be like, damn, babe, that's how I love to see you handle my meat.
That's right, cut it. Cut it
Cut
up.
it.
Chop
Cut
it.
it.
Cut it.
Hey, cut it.
Cut it.
Cut
Chop
it.
it.
No, it's
Chop
that
it.
song.
Slice it. Slice it.
And then I cut
Dice
my
it.
finger.
Dice it. No, you gotta be careful.
I was just telling Bo right now that it's been a while since we made a food vlog, so kind of feels a little bit out of my element.
A lot of people have been asking for it though. We used to
Yeah.
cook food vlogs all the time, at least like once a week.
Yeah, I think parent life,
So
work
this
life.
this is the return of cooking with us always.
We cook, but we cook like the same like
Repetitive.
recipes. We haven't been like
I feel like before we would actually try a lot of
new
recipes.
recipes. But then back then we only had YouTube, you know, like now we have like businesses to run and more
We
kids.
got a lot more stuff going on.
So it's just, it is a little bit harder to just sit with the camera and like start cooking up. But I'm gonna go ahead and have Bo pick you guys up. That way I could take you guys over here to the stove. So we're gonna go ahead and add this carne to the pot.
It already smells delicious.
Let's go ahead and add some garlic salt to that. Some pepper. Sorry if my hand like blocks you guys because I'm a right-hander. And then I'm gonna add some consommé. And then we're gonna go ahead and stir that around.
Cook it up.
Stir it around. So now that we have the meat like nice and seasoned, we're gonna let it run in like medium heat while we go ahead and cut the onions. That way we could add it to the pot as well.
Already looks good. Got the rice cooking.
Okay.
Got the rice right here.
Bo thought he actually had pushed record, but he didn't record. So I went ahead and just added the onions into the pot and just make sure you're stirring it pretty good and stirring it occasionally. We're going to go ahead and cook it up until you see that the meat is like nice and cooked. I had it in medium heat, so I'm gonna go ahead and just rise it just a little bit, kind of like medium to high. And then let this cook up. Make sure you stir that occasionally, guys, until the carne is nice and cooked. Right now, guys, we're gonna go ahead and start working on cutting up the potatoes. That way we could have that ready. And then we also gotta make the salsa for the carne con papas. So I'll show you guys that right now. All right, guys, so I have the air going on behind me because it started getting a little steamy. But we're gonna go ahead and just peel all our potatoes. It doesn't matter how much potatoes you put in there.
It's all preference.
It is all preference. If you're not like a big potato person, then just put like the bare minimum, but we love potatoes. So you're gonna go ahead and peel all your papas, and then I'll show you guys how I basically cut it.
Pretty self-explanatory there, huh? Explanatory?
I know it feels weird. I haven't done a food vlog in so long.
I'm like, what's a food vlog?
I haven't cooked in a long time. Babe, why isn't it peely? The way I'm going to be cutting it is you don't want to have your papas be too small because these are little potatoes. I'm just going to half them and then I'm going to cut it like this. Like, see how it's a half? And then I'm going to cut it in half again. But then I'm going to kind of just make these a little bit bigger. Not too small, not too big. So I'm going to cut all the potatoes the exact same way. Like I said, if your potatoes are bigger, you might want to cut them in threes, and then you're gonna just do that to all your potatoes.
See, that's quite a bit of potato.
Yeah. You want me to just leave it at 2?
No, that's fine.
I like a lot of potatoes. So now that we have our potatoes cut, I'm gonna grab a little paper plate and basically just put my potatoes in this paper plate. That way we could just have it nice and ready. And when we're ready to put it in the pot, we'll go ahead and come back to this. We can go ahead and just leave it to the side for now. While the meat is still cooking, it still has some juices in there. So we're gonna go ahead and let it continue simmering. So in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and start prepping our salsa. I did forget to say that you guys also are going to be needing a blender, which I'll have Bo go get that for me right now. Now we are going to be washing our tomatoes and we're going to be dicing the tomatoes. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys down. The cutting is pretty self-explanatory. I just cut it into 3s and then I'm just gonna cut it in half and then another half. You don't have to get like too precise with the cutting of the tomato because we're gonna throw it in the blender anyway. So if you don't wanna cut it into 3s, you guys could also just cut it in halves and then another half and then another half. So kind of quarter them. And then do that to all your 3 tomatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and toss my tomatoes in there. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take my onions. So this is already nicely washed. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of cut them. I feel like just dice everything small enough to fit in a blender. And then this is the time where I'm gonna take my garlic as well and then throw it in the blender.
2 garlics?
Yeah, 2 garlics. And then I'm gonna go ahead and wash my serranos. So these serranos are on the smaller side, guys. So that's why we're gonna go ahead and use 6. If they were bigger, we'd probably use 4 or 5. Cut the edges or the stems, and then we're gonna go ahead and throw that all in the blender as well.
Favorite, chile.
At this time too, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get our chicken bouillon and throw like a spoonful, 2 spoonfuls of chicken bouillon into the blender. And I'm gonna do about 4 to 5 cups of water. My blender does have like the measurements here. So kind of like that, guys. I put it to the number 5. So now we are gonna put this to blend. Guys, low-key, this recipe is super freaking easy. Like literally super easy. I think the most tedious thing is like just getting it to chop and cook. Or maybe it just seems easier because we already have like the rice cooked. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend it all up. So let's go ahead and get to stirring. Why I left the water running, but we got our sauce nice and made. So now we're gonna go back to our meat and show you guys what that looks like.
Alright guys, so the meat is cooked already and then the onions are already caramelized. Looks delicious.
Look bomb. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the salsa we just created and put it into the pot. So now we're gonna give it a good little stir. It already looks delicious. The potatoes that we did put off to the side, now we are going to be throwing it in there and then giving it a nice little stir again.
And letting it cook probably for what, like 30 minutes, huh?
Yeah, until the potatoes are soft basically. At this point now it's just a waiting game until the potatoes are soft. I don't think 30 minutes, I would say like a good 15 minutes. So at this time too, I'm a big pepper person, blame it on Bo. But we're gonna go ahead and add some more pepper to this. And then we're gonna go ahead and give it another good little stir. All right guys, so we're gonna go ahead and let this cook up and then we will get back to it. The rice is already nice and beautifully done.
You did do a recipe on the rice.
Wanna do a little taste test, babe?
My favorite.
Bussin'.
That's battery.
Bussin'. Oh, bussin'. Is it bussin'? Is it bussin'? Yeah.
So now that everything is cooking up, I'm gonna go ahead and take this time to clean up like the kitchen area because I don't want to be eating and there's a big old mess and then we have to clean up again afterwards. I'd rather just get the job done right now. We do normally clean while we're cooking. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let that simmer up, get soft, and then we'll show you guys like the aftermath and then the plate come all together. And then of course, we're gonna hit y'all with the taste test. All right guys, so this is what your finished product should look like. It's so freaking delicious and super simple to make. Cooked it for about like 15 minutes, guys, until the papas was nice and soft. Now that the papas is nice and soft, we can go ahead and turn it off. I wish we could sit down right now and give you guys a taste test because I'm freaking hungry, but I have to go pick up Damien from school And then Bo went to already go pick up JJ and Serenity from school. So we're gonna go ahead and do a little taste test and eat up for you guys as soon as we get back home. Damn, that burned my chest. You know when you eat a hot papa, it like goes down like hella hot and slow down your freaking esophagus.
About to serve up these plates. Ooh, we got the homemade frijoles.
So we're gonna go ahead and start off with the rice.
Ooh, delish.
The rice is all cold already.
Yeah, I had to go pick up the kids, so.
I already said that. I had to go pick up Damon. I didn't mash it good because I had Zayden on my lap. I mean, on my hip. I had to mash it with just one hand. Ooh, that looks fire.
This looks bussin'. And you know you gotta eat it with some tortillas.
Mister, where is your placemat?
So what's the time? I ain't got time for that.
What? Is it spicy enough? I feel like it's not spicy.
Why do you always have chile?
Because you left chile in your mouth. Duh.
Got it from you.
This is what my plate is looking like, guys. I love to have a lot of sauce on my plate.
Is that caldo?
I do like to eat it with a lot of caldo. I think I get that from my mom because I grew up eating white rice with hella caldo.
Just bussin'.
I take it back. It is spicy.
No, it's not. It could be spicy.
This is so fire, guys. So damn good. I do have to take Serenity to practice here in a little bit. So we'll be back to close out today's video. But that is our food vlog. If you guys do decide to recreate this meal,
Yeah,
make sure to tag us. That way we could repost you guys. Huh, babe?
The good bomb is easy too.
It is actually really easy. Like we knocked it out in less than an hour. And that's cooking like the rice and then this and vlogging. So
Well, this meal, or this right here alone, is probably about 30 minutes.
yeah.
45 minutes, longest.
But we're gonna go ahead and finish up eating, guys, so we'll see y'all in a little bit. Good morning, guys. So yesterday we were actually supposed to close out the video, but yesterday we were just trying to have some us time and time got away from us. And yeah, now it's time to close out today's video. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. And if you guys do recreate this recipe, tag us, guys. That way we could repost all your guys' posts, and then also let us know down below how you guys are enjoying this recipe.
Yeah, it's fire, guys.
Also too, if you haven't shopped Maria Stella Fashion, make sure to do so. Use code USALWAYS to save some money. And if you haven't shopped at Us Always merch, make sure to do so. Our link is also down below in the description.
If you haven't already, make sure to follow us on all social medias. Our handles are listed down below.
But before we do completely end today's video, our post notification shout out goes to
Alyssa Garcia.
Shout out to you. And if you guys do want a future post notification shout out, all you have to do is
Subscribe to our channel, turn your post notification on, hit the little bell, beam, and comment some celeb.
we love you guys, and we'll see you guys in our next video.
Don't f with my vibe. Matter of fact, you f my heart. Quit playing, why you acting all shy? You know I wanted to f when I talk up, it's a slut. Hey, check that, it's full real. Slick talk, got your feet to the ceiling. Say my name around your girl, now she cheesing. Don't want no beef like that.
Us always. Hey, look, we was doing good, now we doing better. This love I got for you too much, I can't measure. New cars, new crib, we look good together. It's us always, but I'm thinking us forever.
Girl, you got what I need. Racing for your love, I'm going high speed. I can put you on, can play for my team. Once you get a taste, you tell me don't.